Learning Design for Flexible Higher Education Roadmap to a European Pilot Development. The Learning Design for Flexible Education project was designed to stimulate innovative learning and teaching practices and facilitate and promote the design of flexible learning scenarios, applying the flipped learning method to optimize digital technologies, maximize asynchronous time, and promote flexible education responsive to the students' needs. It allows for the adjusted and adapted development of pedagogical models by creating adaptive frameworks that efficiently guide teachers towards flexible teaching tailored to the students' needs, thus enhancing their learning outcomes. Training to master these adaptive frameworks offers the opportunity to co-construct a more accessible, inclusive, and effective higher education environment, combining theory and practice, and based on flipped classroom methodology, design patterns were developed to create learning scenarios to adopt effective, flexible strategies. This project also aims to create and foster synergies between teachers to promote a playful and creative learning design experience reflecting innovative teaching practices. The FLeD project's main objective is to promote innovative teaching practices and guide higher education teachers in applying the flipped learning method, using a plan for instructional design that can decrease teacher workload when adjusting lesson plans to accommodate frequent and unforeseen changes in teaching delivery methods. A pedagogical structure pattern and a set of guidelines scaffolding were developed to create innovative learning scenarios as well as guidelines for the effective adoption of digital technologies. The project was based on the design-based research methodology and comprised the following 6 stages: the pre-pilot, which means the preparation phase, the pilot, the implementation phase, the data collection, which means the evaluation phase of the pilot, the report and data analysis of the pilot, the discussion phase, face-to-face workshops of the pilot, the refinement phase, adjustments of the pilot. The project started by defining the learner persona to help gain valuable insights into target audience, different characteristics, needs, and preferences. The FLeD's learner persona we have identified had the following characteristics: lectures in higher education to ensure that the FLeD framework will be implemented in higher education settings, lectures from different disciplines or scientific fields to promote interdisciplinary collaboration and inclusive teaching practices, English proficiency, they must read and understand English to engage effectively with the project materials and contribute to the research process, diversity of ages and teaching expertise to involve lecturers of different ages and levels of teaching experience, recognizing the value of different perspectives and expertise in addressing the challenges of flipped learning, spring semester availability. Lecturers should be able to commit time during the spring semester to actively participate in research activities to ensure meaningful engagement and implementation of project interventions. Flexible teaching plans and methods, we encourage lecturers with adaptable teaching practices and a willingness to explore and incorporate new methodologies to enable the introduction of innovative strategies and gamification, playful design, decisions to promote inclusive learning and gender equality, commitment to inclusive learning and gender equality. Our learner persona reflects lecturers who share our project's ambition to promote inclusive learning environments, break down gender barriers, and promote equality in higher education. Participants will test the FLeD framework and FLeD tools, starting with the task of a collaborative scenario design, which involves one participant from each pair of lecturers engaging with materials and resources, patterns, playful design, and FLeD tool, and beginning the learning journey. One lecturer designs and the other gives peer feedback. After the design, each pair of lecturers shares their learning scenario on the FLeD tool. After this task, the participants start the flipped scenario implementation, which involves applying the planned FLeD design in their real classes. Each pair of lecturers should implement the designed flipped learning scenarios in a real context at their higher education institution. The pilot evaluation phase was designed to collect data to support the pilot evaluation. Each partner will conduct a focus group, virtual or face-to-face, with all participating pairs to collect feedback about the FLeD experience. The data collected through a survey will be about the playful design, the scaffolding, the user experience, and any other relevant data during the pilot phase. Pilot discussion phase face-to-face workshops will be conducted to disseminate the pilot results and their implications for the lecturer's institution. In the pilot refinement phase, the feedback and results from the previous phases will be used to refine resources and adjust to some difficulties and problems found. The project is currently in its pilot phase. The preliminary results allow us to conclude that it has been possible to create open educational resources about learning design for flexible education that are being shared with teachers across Europe, along with a report outlining the replicability and scalability that promote the principles of effective flipped learning. Another conclusion with the pilot is that there are being created and tested 20 learning designs for flipped education through the project's framework and FLeD resources, namely the FLeD tool applied to culturally European teaching contexts, which translates into a great and rich diversity of teaching and flexible educational practices of higher education institution teachers. You can follow us on these platforms. Thank you.